understand, guys, you're not dealing with Bellator. Bellator doesn't even exist anymore. Think fucking, do you think Bjork is running fucking Bellator?
She's in Iceland.
Do you think Bjork is running Bellator? Do you really think that? There's no way in hell. Viacom is running that company. They're a multi-billion-dollar fucking business. They're one of the largest, most powerful media companies on earth. Pay Eddie Alvarez what he's supposed to be paid. They have the right to Eddie Alvarez. It's in his deal. But if you look at the way that this thing goes down, Eddie Alvarez paid his dues there. He honored his deal. He honored his contract with them. When the contract is up and you have the right to match, that's where a fighter truly finds out what he's worth. Well, he found out what he was worth. Now pay him the money. It's not like he's like, oh, these poor guys over here, they're the poor little friggin', they're Viacom, one of the most powerful media companies on earth. What's the number they sit on? $5.5 billion in cash? $5.5 billion in cash. Break some off for fucking Eddie Alvarez and pay him what he deserves.
Are you not worried they might be able to leverage, all those resources to help, to rival you guys?
They better start. They're doing fucking 700,000 viewers, and the numbers are dropping like fucking flies. They better start leveraging something quick.
So they're not
but they built the UFC. You know that, right? Philippe Dumont said he built the UFC. Philippe Dumont is the pompous, arrogant guy who runs Viacom, who claims he built the UFC. Well, whatever you did building the UFC, brother, you better fucking start doing it again, because things aren't looking good over there.
Dana, in relation to video blogs, you've been doing them for quite a while. Are you encouraging fighters more and more to start doing them to promote themselves more actively? I know Joe Lozon's one most recently.
No, I haven't been encouraged. I encourage guys to train and fight. That's it. All the social media stuff, we educate the guys about it. We teach them about social media, and they either want to do it or they don't want to do it. I tell you what, making video blogs aren't as fun as it looks. You know what I mean? You got to put some time and effort into it. It takes time, and usually the thing about fighter video blogs, unless you have a real funny, creative guy, fighters do the same thing, man. It's like Groundhog Day for them. They get up, they eat the same meals, they go to the gym and do the same workout, they train with the same guys, and then they go back and do it all over again 3 times a day. So sometimes you'll get guys who have great personalities and are a little creative and want to make some funny.
I meant specifically fight week event, fight night sort of blogs. I think a lot of fans think they're very interesting, and we should get it.
Guys do it. Yeah.
What about Nick Diaz? He'd make an interesting video blog, I think.
Nick Diaz?
Yeah, he'd be an interesting guy to follow around, probably.
Nick Diaz would be an interesting countdown show, too, if we could get him to show up for those. Imagine how good his countdown show would be. I think his video blog would be great. How about if he had a professionally shot by professionals, the best in the business, the best at cutting and producing features on athletes? Imagine how fucking good that would be. First, we got to get him to show up for the fucking interviews, and then we could do it.
That's a strange thing about
He missed, how many did he miss? 4? 3. He's missed 3.
Does that scare you, considering what he's done in the past?
Oh. He showed up for the press conference. I knew something was going to go bad somewhere. You know what I mean? It's just, that's Nick.
I've heard Diaz complain like, oh, people don't show up to interview me and I don't get attention, I'm not getting compensated. But if he's getting opportunities like countdown shows and passing them up, what's his argument?
How many are in that crew?
I'm sorry?
Well, how much? We've had a crew in Stockton for 2 weeks.
How much does it cost when we don't do an interview?
Right. When we don't do an interview, you know what it costs us? A shitload of money. Okay? So we got a fucking crew rolling around Stockton not doing a fucking thing. It costs us a lot of money, and we can't properly sell the fight or Nick Diaz.
Then, what are your thoughts about what Shelson said about rankings, UFC ranking?
Who said about it?
Yeah.
Who said? Chael?
Yeah.
I think Chael's a little pissed he didn't make the rankings. Yeah, I think, I don't disagree with him. Yeah, the guy's fighting at 205, but he's one of the best 185 pounders in the world. You rank him at 185 pounds. The rankings aren't perfect. It was our first time.
So
they'll get better, I hope.
Yeah. Why these rankings have been created? Why?
Why do it? Because as we continue to grow mainstream, not only in the U.S. but throughout the world, U.S. is very into who's number 1, who's number 2, who's number 10. So it gives, it can educate people a little bit on, by reading the shitty rankings that came out. on what people are ranked.
Okay.
It's a work in progress, man. Fucking bear with me.
Dana, sorry, do you have an event in mind for Cruz Barao? When do you expect Cruz to return?
Cruz Barao, as soon as Cruz is healthy. I hope this summer.
You expect him back in the summer?
Yeah.
Then you said that UFC is working on structure to go to Brazil and to new cities. Do you think that maybe this year you won't be able to do this 7 shows that you said before?
No. We could do 70 shows in Brazil, man. It's just putting together a plan, doing it the right way, and getting everything lined up the way that it needs to be done.
So we still have this.
Dude, for a small company, we move fast. We really do. If you look at the things that we've done in such a short amount of time, we don't fuck around. We move, you know, and we do the best. Doing all this while still running the business, you know. I have to. Me and him interact with Fox every day, interacting with Fox. The new shows that got to come out, all the stuff, putting together the fights, you know, all the things that go along with just running our business, and then building our business on top of that.
Do you believe that the new World Cup stadiums for Brazil is starting to
Stadiums
could it be,
for the right fight.
What?
The right fight, we'll do a stadium. It's got to be the right fight.
Dana, there was a rumor earlier in the week that Stitch and House were let go by the UFC. They weren't here tonight. Was
Stitch and House are the biggest babies on earth, okay? What happens is they weren't let go by the UFC. It's like everybody can't travel to all these shows. You can't do it. Plus, we have capable cut men out here. I saw on the thing, it's like, yeah, they're not sending the A-team on this one. They're the fucking A-team? So if we're in trouble, we can call you guys and you'll come fucking bail us out? What does that even mean, they're the fucking A-team? We have tons of cut men that are capable, good guys. And, you know, the guys who worked the cuts tonight were great cut men. Stitch and House don't have to fly to every, they can't, it's impossible. The more shows we do, it's like Ariane and Brittany. Brittany was supposed to be here tonight. Brittany got sick and couldn't come. So the English girl had to do it all herself, you know? It just, there's only so much so many people can do.
it's like an effort to
We're
kind
gonna
of
we're gonna be in Southern California next weekend.
Right.
And I don't know if they're on the roster or if somebody else is on the roster, but there's a whole roster of cut men that work. Hell no. Other than, you know, other than the crybabies, no. Other than that, no. I mean, every time I turn around, it's something with these guys.
Right.
It's crazy.
With that fight next weekend, Dana, how far away are you? A female tough, maybe, to fill out that division? A female tough, is it?
Female tough? I don't know. We'll see.
Is it a
Let's
deal in
have the
place there?
first female fight first, and then let's see.
You talked about you guys signing Cyborg and she fights in Invicta. So does that mean Invicta's a bit of a feeder now for the UFC? Or
No. So what happened was we don't have a 145-pound division. So we're going back and forth with these guys in the deal. So I called the girl Shannon Knapp who owns Invicta. I said, listen, if I do this deal with Cyborg, can you give her fights over there? I'll pay the bills. You put on some fights over there till I can figure out how this whole thing's going to go down. She said, absolutely, no problem. Would love to do it.
So
Next thing I know, you know, Tito,
got your wish and
they
it's
want
not
out of the
gonna cost you
contract and then they sign with her, you know? So,
But you got what you wanted anyway, and now it's not going to cost you any money.
yeah. Thanks, Tito. I mean, it's, yeah.
Are you looking to bring in more women divisions in the UFC, or just want to wait until?
More women's divisions? We're cool at 135 right now. Let's see how that goes next weekend, and we'll go from there. I'm excited about it, though. I mean, has everybody watched Countdown? The prime time?
I didn't see the second one. The first one.
Second one's better than the first one, in my opinion. Fucking awesome, man. I mean, everybody, you know, I've heard some flack about the girls. You know, their mitt work is better than half the fucking guys. You know, their hands are great. They're well-rounded. They represent the sport well. They represent themselves well. I couldn't be happier that I made the decision, and I couldn't be happier with this fight. And the whole card is a great card. I'm excited for Koscheck and Lawler too. I like that fight too.
You know, you said you sit there and you watch all the stuff that goes out, countdown footage and all that. And you watch the women in the mitt work was amazing, but sometimes you watch some of the male fighters and you've been like,
Yeah.
who's been the worst? Who's been like, get him off? Who's been really bad?
Anybody else have a question?
If Brow fights one more time before Cruz comes back, would you like to see him fight in Brazil?
If Barao fought one more time,
Before Cruz comes back from injury, would you like to see him fight in Brazil?
sure. I mean, I've never thought. Yeah, he could fight anywhere. I mean, yeah, I'm sure he would like to fight in Brazil. Sure, he would love that. Fuck, I don't know, man. If Cruz doesn't come back, I don't know what
I think Frankie Edgar.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean that division's stacked with tons of guys, but
Edgar would drop down to 135. Is that an option for him?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Frankie yet. I don't know what Frankie wants to do. You know, he wasn't too happy when he left the arena last time. You know, he's pretty bummed out, so he needs some time to. Yeah.
How much of a disappointment has Overeem been?
Huh?
How much of a disappointment has Alistair Overeem been? Has he been a disappointment?
Has he been a disappointment?
Was he with big signing bonus?
Well, I thought he was going to come in and fight right for the title. You know, back when we signed him, I would say things didn't work out the way they were planned. But yeah, I mean, I can't look at fighters as a disappointment. I mean, you sign guys and things either happen or they don't. Last year was a fucking disappointment. I mean, last year was a nightmare. So.
When you gave Bigfoot the title shot, was there anyone else up for consideration, or did you just think with Big Shot? When you give Bigfoot the title shot, was there any other fighters up for consideration?
No. I mean, I said I don't ever say at the press conference, and I said that night. It'd be tough to say he doesn't deserve the shot at the title. You know.
Then are you still disappointed by Che Congo? I remember 3 months ago he didn't accept a fight short notice. You were very upset.
Yep.
What are your thoughts today about that?
Yeah, he turned down 2 fights, and I was very upset about turning down 2 fights. You don't turn down fights in the UFC. You fight, man. That's it. It was the last fight on his contract, and you know he turned down 2 fights, but I'm over it. I like the fight he's in now. Him in Big Country's a fun fight.
Speaking of people turning down fights,
huh?
I've heard someone say that Mark Hunt is the most turned down guy on the roster. Like people keep saying, "Oh, I don't want to fight." Have you heard that?
No, I don't know. I can tell you this, man. You fucking call Joe Silva and turn down a fight. You might as well just say fucking rip up my contract. Right. Yeah, he will. Yeah, he's a mean little fucker. You don't call Joe Silva and tell him you don't want to fucking fight anybody, man. You might as well just take the fight, because it's going to be worse if you do. You might as well just do it. Fuck it. All right, I'll fight him.
Melvin Manhoff, is he on the radar?
Yeah, I mean, he's on the radar.
Do you like him personally?
I like him, yeah. We just took a picture together a couple weeks ago. I like him a lot.
He probably wouldn't emerge as a contender.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. Well, the fights would be good.
Hmm?
I mean, he probably wouldn't emerge as a contender, but the fights would be good.
Right.
Is there any more?
But we are looking for contenders, huh?
So is there any more word on Cyril Diabetes' injury? You know what happened in there?
No, I don't. Does anybody know about what happened to Cyril?
We don't know yet.
No.
Did you go to the hospital? Or?
Yeah.
And where are you guys out? No more questions?
Do you like the new Octagon girl?
Judges. You went off a little bit in the press conference. You guys control him tonight. The guy who had that Riddle fight, he still judged the main event. So what's going on?
Yep.
You guys have that option.
I know, but you know what? I let Ratner do his thing. I don't get involved. I might bitch about it. I don't get involved, man. I'm.
Do you get involved when you go back to Vegas?
All I'm going to say, yeah. We talked about this last time in the last press conference. There's this website out there now of all bad calls. Fucking love that. I love that. You can go through and see all the guys that have made all the bad calls and all the bad decisions. And then there's different things. There's like what we were talking about tonight, the situation where I mean, if you give Shane Mills the fucking fight, I don't even know what to say to you. What the fuck do you even say to that guy?
See ya.
Yeah, I hope that's what there's. I hope that's what's going to be said. If you give Shane Mills that fight, man, it's just I don't even know what to say to you.
Same guy had the Cristiano Marsala Haddadi fight, raising the Haddadi fight.
Oh, really?
He had the Vieira draw. I mean, he's had 3 or 4
Guys,
good ones.
when you get back to the United States, call Mark Ratner and ask him that question. Seriously. Oh, is he here? Grab his ass.